Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and what we are sitting today to is called Death Becomes You, a Yuri Onsen Vacation. On one point, sounds nice, on the other, the death part is kinda making me worry here. Let's check it out. I mean, dude, title like that, I'm sold.
We're finally on vacation.
Also, yes, there's voiceover. Let's go. It's the fall break, and Sophie has time off. We're on our way to the Yuri Onsen Hotel, situated in mountains of ZB. Thinking. The thing is, it's been such a long time since I've seen Sophie. I'm a bit shy. There's a bit of distance between us. We aren't holding hands like you used to at school. I catch a glance at Sophie as we walk up the Houndstone steps. Her always serious expression is the same as usual, and she stares ahead with her back straight. So I'm guessing Sophie's on the right? I mean, to be honest, I would find it surprising not to be interested in the both of them. They're both beauties. Her eyes are so bright and soft that I want to look deeply into them, but that'd be hard to do on these steps. I have to walk backwards. Her hair is silky as usual, and I think it's got more of a mature sweep than when we were students. Her figure stands out against the lush forest backdrop. With magic, she effortlessly levitates all of our luggage, one of which is... Wait, what do you mean magic? One of which is hers in a smaller leather duffel, and a larger carry-on luggage with my belongings. I didn't know she's so minimalistic when traveling. I feel like I'm never able to fit when I mean, I don't really travel that much. But... well, last time I had to go somewhere I was not able to fit into my usual bag. And had to find the bigger one, surprisingly enough. It was a pain to carry it. Anyway. It is our first adult trip, after all. After we graduated, I mean. Suddenly Sophie looks right at me, holding eye contact.
You've been staring a lot, Alice. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
By the way, can we, like, up the volume? Oof. No, it's maxed out. I thought so. She smirks, but it's without malice. Wait, what if I maybe raise the sound as well?
Just kidding, though.
No.
I like it when you stare.
Nyeh.
I can't help it, Sophie.
Alice is a little quieter, clearly. I finally cling onto her arm.
I'm really excited for this.
Yeah? She pinches her nose with two fingers.
It's been a while since I've been able to fully relax since I started that research position.
Oof.
And it's even better since it's with you.
Yeah? I can only grin and snuggle closer.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Alice, you are too quiet, girl. Let's try again.
I'm looking forward to it too.
Okay. I mean, if there are any updates, Alice definitely needs to be upped a little bit. I'm saying that I have, like... To be fair, I also, like, have problems when it comes to sound when editing videos. It's a pain. I usually leave my own voice maybe too high even. Anyway, we're in our hotel room after I checked in for us. It's the type of hotel room with a queen-sized bed. Yeah. I feel like that sofa not necessarily needed. And also I would assume this is a balcony, so it kinda blocks the way. Whatever. It's type of hotel, the hotel has other types of rooms, including those with tatami floors. Oh, but they're all booked out. Oh.
Which side do you want to sleep on?
I'm someone who doesn't care, to be honest.
I'm not sure. And
Then again, I never, when it comes to my own bed, I never set it up to be fully open. Because I have like a bed which kind of... one half of it slides out from underneath. And so on and so on. No, it's not a couch. But I never really sleep on a full setup. So I don't really even choose the side. Anyway.
I think I used to sleep on the left side when we were in your dorm room. But maybe I could try sleeping on the right side this time.
It totally doesn't matter.
Sure.
I busy myself unsleeping my luggage and taking out some pajamas and sitting on the bed.
Are you planning to shower or something?
Yeah?
Not yet. Just tidying up a little. It feels better to get my stuff out, you know?
Yeah, okay, I kinda understand that.
Of course. Just curious.
She wanted to go in together. I'm just saying. I can read her mind. Anyway.
It's fun to see your little habits I haven't seen before.
I hope we can learn more and more about our habits once we can live together again.
Nice. Oh yeah, they were in the dorm and now they don't live together. Got it.
Me too.
One thing I'm learning is how you've become more shy than before.
Huh?
It's because you've become good at flirting.
Ooh.
I've been out of practice since you've been gone from the academy.
By the way, now that I think about it, I feel like I've heard Sophie's voice somewhere before.
I think that's on you. I haven't been practicing either.
I walk around the bed to where she's standing and snuggle up to her.
It's just called being honest, since the one I love is in front of me. Not something to practice.
Wink.
But you can practice a lot right now while we're here.
Sophie pouts and looks away, but then looks back at me and leans her head on me.
I can, yes. I can get used to this.
I hum as I hug her waist. A few minutes later. Ooh, this is a nice room as well. Digging this. I'm sitting in the living room at the living room table, doing a quick check on my online store.
Oh, I plan to be offline during vacation, but I gotta ping. Sorry, Sophie. I promise I'll be done in 10 minutes.
Wait, you're running your own? Dang. That's nuts. To be fair for, I've seen, at least in Poland, people running their own online stores, obviously, on a certain platform. If you're in Poland, you know what platform I'm talking about. And, you know, they just set it up, so... Sorry, mates, I'm on vacation from here to here. And I do believe that platform sort of protects the salesmen that way. If someone purchases stuff. I think so, at least. Anywho. I unpack a few sample products from my luggage. In order to answer some of the questions from customers, I have to have the item in front of me and use it so I can double check. Oh. The product at hand is my best-selling find, your lost thing elemental powder. What? It's helped me find Sophie many times at school, and it spread to our friends and then to the whole school. What? The first time Sophie met Sydney, one of our friends, was because Sydney had used it to find Sophie.
No problem. It's been doing really well after all.
What?
You must be getting a lot of questions about the products.
Yeah, they're always asking about how to use this and that. But that's understandable. They just want to make sure it works for whatever they're doing.
I mean, if it's a question that constantly is being repeated, just write this on the main page how to do that. Just saying, just saying.
I started writing some articles for free
Okay.
to ask questions.
Never mind what I just
Super
said.
helpful.
That's awesome. Let me know if there's any way I can help.
I'm sorry for adopting you, Alice.
Helped a lot already, helping me set up the store.
It seemed like something you were passionate about doing, since you've always been good at making those elemental charms, and were already selling them at school. Why not let them be ready for the world? And look at you now! You've made it so successful!
You still helped. Oh, and speaking of, maybe one day we can invent more elemental recipes together. Anything you're doing on that in your research?
I've been focusing on my psychokinesis research, so not much in elementals.
What?
I've been collaborating with Apolline recently, though, so maybe.
Who?
Aww, for how long? Is that why you've become more mellow and shy?
Apolline's a mellow and shy friend of ours who's a simp for her partner, Daniela. Alright. Simping for someone you are with in a relationship? That's acceptable. Otherwise, no.
Not for that long. Plus, we're both really busy. I don't hang out with her.
Suspicious behavior right now. Sophie's fluster look makes me want to tease her even more.
Where's the Sophie that's always so sure of herself and full of snark?
Thinking. Okay, I know that she's still there, just that she's only showing the softer side to me.
So that's what it is. You've still been spending more time with Apolline. Who knows what else
Oh, it's
could have
Apolline.
changed?
Okay, I was saying Apolline. Whatever.
It's just professional. Plus, she's not my type.
I'm just teasing. I know that you're just good friends.
Well, well, well.
How have the people at the academy been doing?
Apolline? She's doing well. She's researching
Oi!
more interactions between magic disciplines, and the
Stop!
double major initiative has been going well.
Stop.
I'm...
It's
Where is it?
So that's what it is. You've still been spending more time with Apolline.
Okay, and now.
Apolline? She's doing well. She's researching more interactions between magic disciplines. and
Got
the
you!
double major
I just said
initiative
it
has been going
correctly. It's 2-1. Two of us said Apolline, so it's Apolline. Anyway.
Only the more skilled students can manage the workload, but still, it's much better than it used to be.
Hey, I guess that's a little like sort of. I wonder if the dev released anything else because I honestly have not checked. But I guess this is a little lesson for the devs when they get people to do the voiceover for them. Something game jam, Quill game, some demos. Okay, so there are 3 full games. A summer with the Shiba Inu. I think I've seen this before. Is it voiced? Well, I don't know. Probably not. Oh, it's on Steam as well. Holy crap. And there is one more game. But by quick looking, I don't see if it's voiced or not. We do know that this is voiced. Oh, partially. Whoops. But it is. What I'm getting at, with this situation, I mean, I guess a little bit of a kind of lesson that to sort of talk with the VAs, so they like pronounce the names the same way. I mean, it's a funny little thing. It's a funny little thing. I'm not nitpicking on purpose. I just like to point out something that I actually noticed. I mean, it's a funny little thing, I guess. Anyhow, then again, I mean, on the other hand, in real life, I guess people can spell the names differently as well. Anyway. No, okay.
And Daniela?
They're still together, if that's what you mean.
I was wondering if there's any gossip. How did you know?
Well, honestly, I was a bit shocked that they managed to stay together for over a year. But it's been looking fine. They've been getting along very well.
Nice. Happy for them.
That's good for them. Maybe more so for Daniela, since Applene's actually a very nice person.
Oi! You switched the way you're speaking.
That's good for them. Maybe more so for Daniela, since Applene's actually a very nice person.
Alice! Come on! You said Apolline previously. Whatever.
I still have a grudge on her.
Not a grudge so much as, you know how she was always so hard on people. I know she did mellow out just a little.
Just
but
a
not that
little.
much. Not enough to overwrite the years of impressions of her, at least.
Yeah. I mean, understandable, I guess.
Understandable. She really has gotten better, though. And even I can see that's not due to Apolline's rose-tinted glasses perspective.
That really says a lot. So I believe it.
It sure does.
Maybe we can all catch up one day. Sydney, too.
Yeah! Come visit the academy sometime.
Maybe.
Though, Sydney's also outside the academy. Like
I had
you.
not been to my academy in
We'll
ages.
invite her too.
And I don't really have a reason to go.
One day. But yeah, I'm all done with the shop stuff now.
For tech
What do
meeting.
you want to do?
I, by academy, mean my university, right? I used to study it.
Let's head to the hot springs in a bit, then eat.
Yeah? Oh my god, I wish we had hot springs here. I mean natural hot springs, not the... I think we have here. More like terms in Poland.
Yeah, there's a cute little garden. We can walk around a little after eating too.
I see that you love walking just as much as I remember.
Yeah?
Of course. And I hope that you've been walking more and not getting so tired after like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean... What kind of pace Alice is giving for?
I'm not super sure about that. But I'd love to explore the area together.
Hmm.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, I'll get ready for the hot springs then. Let me just tidy this up.
Yay. Alright, I reach for the sample elemental products to put them away. Suddenly, the satchels start shaking and rattling. Some of the powder exits the satchels due to the movement. I grab one of them, but it moves away as if being levitated. The satchels start floating higher, hovering just out of reach.
Sophie, are you doing this?
Sophie's mouth drops open.
No, I thought you were doing it. But that means...
Her face goes pale.
Someone else's magic.
Sophie closes her eyes and I feel a pulse of energy from her. A purple aura of her magic races towards the satchels, trying to envelop them. The satchel jolts, but as Sophia's magic fights, I can see a reddish-brown aura just briefly. Sophie grimaces but can't grasp the satchels hard enough with her magic and they get yanked through the open window.
Damn it!
Her fists are clenched.
It's okay, Sophie. It's just a sample product. I have a lot more at home.
But that means there's something weird going on. Something weird.
Oh boy, who'd have expected that?
I couldn't sense a person behind it.
Like it was supernatural?
Maybe. But things like that have never been proven. And maybe there's more stories like that. Let's change rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like an idea. An hour later. I mean, I guess you can say that. No, you know what? This room is not what we expected. Or whatever. Ooh. I think it's the same. I mean, it's not really surprising that the design of the room would be the same for. I to the front desk. I'd rather have Sophie talk to them about something like this, but for logistics reasons, it was better if I do it myself since I was the one that paid for the room. Logistics, you say? Something I should be working at.
Thanks to the online elemental store, there are ample funds for vacations.
We got our rooms swapped and the staff assured us they'd check the rooms.
I doubt they'll find anything.
The entire time Sophie was grumbling under her breath.
If they evaded even me.
It was probably a prank. But, what would anyone want to steal those elementals for?
Hey, don't ask me, I wouldn't know.
Sure, they're useful, but they're not unaffordable.
That's true, but I have a bad feeling.
It's true! It's not anyone that can just win against Sophie in a magic tug of war. For she was just caught off guard. It might not have been someone that powerful.
It was creepy, though, that someone was sending magic to our room. I hope it was just random, and we'll be safe now that we've changed rooms.
Well...
That wasn't a human. I'm certain. It
Oh
was
boy.
a ghost.
That wasn't human. That's not something you want to hear.
Yeah, like a specter or something. Whatever it wasn't human, or even had a human form, so
Damn.
not like a reincarnated human.
She mumbles the last part very quietly. She probably doesn't want to remind me of that horrible incident we had on the campus. Which I caused. She's always so thoughtful like that. What? I want to know about that. What happened? Tell me. Hello?
Since we're here already, let's try to have some fun. Let's go to the hot springs and eat. We deserve to do at least that much.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to be setting a few protection spells in the room, though.
That makes me feel safer, Sophie.
Yeah, it's one of my specialties after all.
We're not going to talk about the Wonderland. What's in the past? Tell me what this is about. Neither of us mention it. I would like to know. I don't want to be left behind in the freaking dark. Sometime later. We're getting ready for the hot springs. Sophie's slipping off her clothes. And I can't help but take a peek. Yeah? I quickly look away to give her some privacy for. You're a couple for. Leaving only the snapshot to save her. Her shoulders are so smooth and with such a cute curve. I just want to lean my cheek in the crook of her neck right now. Do it. But that can wait until later. What are you doing? Do it! She's slim, as usual, but I think maybe she got paler than before. Oh. I hope it's not because she hasn't been getting food and sun for... Dude, I'm pale as heck this year. She was fine as is, but when I was still at the academy, I had dragged her along hiking, so she would at least have that. But I've moved out from the academy a while ago. I know how she gets, forgetting to eat and locking herself in her room or the library. Dude, that's me. I just want to hold her and make sure she's getting enough food. But maybe she's been taking care of herself.
Have you been getting enough sun, Sophie?
If I have to be honest, the skin tone is pretty similar. So, did Alice get enough sun herself? Anyway.
Do I look that pale?
There is nothing wrong with being pale.
Maybe a
I actually like super light tone as well of skin, to be honest.
You know, before we were dating, I wouldn't have noticed. But you're right. I realize I'm really pale next to you.
Are you?
I definitely haven't been getting enough sun. It's just more fun doing those outdoorsy things with you.
Makes sense.
It's more fun for me when we're together too.
To be fair, I get the outdoorsy stuff when I go running. But it's, well... I only get the reflection of the light from the freaking moon then.
You seem to really like going out hiking yourself too, though.
Like, hiking is nice, yeah.
I do. But things are just more fun with you. Like eating together, cooking together and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know. I feel the same.
Nice. Ooh! Okay. That's really good looking designs. What the heck? Beautiful. Our robes are both on and she moves to hug me. Hey, she's so cute! Being shorter than me, she has to... Oh yeah, she's like a millimeter shorter. She has to reach up a little, rest her chin on my shoulder. I lean in as against her.
I wish we could stay like this forever.
Me too. But let's get to the hot springs before it gets too late. We'll be spending the whole night together.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom. She looks up at me and smirks.
Wow.
Come on, let's go. We can chill and chat more while soaking and enjoying.
She presses a kiss to my lips. We head towards the hot springs. On the way, we go to the front desk to sign up for a changing room locker to place our belongings. On top of the establishment provided key and lock, Sophie usually also places a magic spell to protect our things. She explained to me that the locker key doesn't really prevent people that want to use magic to force the lock open. Makes sense. To be fair, in general, just the key also doesn't protect... prevent, people from, forcing the lock open. Anyway, from what I remember, rather, it's a charm that collects magic signature and sends it back to a staff monitoring system immediately.
Alice, right?
Yep.
I hope the new room is to your liking.
Yep, we've settled in well.
The rooms were pretty much identical, so it wasn't really that disruptive, apart from taking some time to move our stuff here there.
I'm glad to hear it. Once again, my apologies for the inconvenience.
Did you all find something strange whilst checking that room?
Not that I heard about. I'll be honest with you, for we have been having strange reports lately. As you might have known, there was supposedly a murder case here 50 years ago, before the place was remodeled.
Oh boy. In before we are on a cemetery. From like 5,000 years ago. Sophie stares, her jaw open.
Alice, did you know this?
Well, now that you mention it.
Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you or anything. It's very public news, so many guests that come already knew about it. In fact, it's why some of them come.
Do they believe in ghosts?
It's not my place to speak for them, but some of them have told me they do, yeah.
Sophie holds her chin with her hand in thought.
Mysterious cases, huh? As magic users, there's a lot of phenomenon that can't be explained. Still, but ghosts. Maybe it is something about lingering magic.
Who knows? She continues since the staff member wasn't there.
There is such a thing as the bonds from the dead to the living. The limbo, after all.
By the way, I like the fact that you... By the staff, like... whatever, cubicle, whatever you want to call it. Reception, basically. You have the freaking thingy that tells you how much you are supposed to pay. For, I don't know, I think I've never seen something like that in a hotel. I think you only get that stuff at stores. But, well, it's not like I've been to many hotels, so... I just haven't seen that before. That's true. What Sophie said. What I said as well, but... When Sophie gets in her train of thoughts, I don't always understand until she explains to me later. But this time, I know exactly what she's talking about. Unfortunately, from first-hand experience.
But if it's related to that, wouldn't that mean, necromancy?
Interesting. Very interesting. Tell me more. Sophie starts.
I was thinking that too, but I don't know enough to say.
What do you mean you don't know enough to say? What do you mean you don't know enough to say? Hello? Sophie chuckles dryly.
Maybe it's a good excuse to catch up with Daniela after all.
Is she like a specialist in that field? Sophie looks at the stuff apologetically.
Sorry, I got carried away there.
It's no problem. If you're curious to learn more about the history of the scene, you can check the World Mind site.
Will do.
Ah, didn't mean to click.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Will do.
Thank you for the help. We'll head to the hot springs now.
We note and bid farewell to the stuff.
You're thinking about digging deeper in the history, aren't you?
Is this by someone else?
You're thinking about digging deeper in the history, aren't you?
I'm totally thinking about digging into each detail to find out if you have two different artists. I'm totally going to do it right now. I have no idea. The page of the game doesn't say that. And this doesn't say either. Anyway.
You know me too well. I know we're here to relax and enjoy our time together though, so I'll try my best to keep from getting too absorbed. Sorry.
I put me around her shoulders as we walk.
It's okay. I like listening to you think out loud. And ghosts!
Suddenly ghosts in front of them.
I didn't even realize that when I was booking the place. And that weird magic happened. So I was a little worried.
Do your research beforehand, I guess.
But maybe this is an extra feature of this vacation that we can't get anywhere else. That is hyping me up.
Sophie and I slip out for our ropes and fold them together into the same locker cabin. Dude, this is nice. And if it starts, first of all, open hot springs. Second of all, it starts raining, you can still hide. And still be in the water. That's so nice. Anyway, after washing up and drying ourselves, we make our way to the hot spring outdoors. The area is well lit, for visibility is low due to all the mist. Nice. I can smell the gas in the hot springs.
It's sulfur due to the geothermal activity.
I see. Or no. I smell.
Sophie just gives me a sheepish look. It's a bit unimpressed. I know her. That just means she can't come up with anything better. We make our way to an area where there is less people. Yeah. I dip two into the water to test the temperature.
Wow, it's pretty hot.
Huh. I slowly ease my way down the stone steps.
Oh, it's not too bad once you get used to it.
I think I would be good with hot springs. By that I mean, like, I would not get dizzy or anything like that. Like, at least not fast. Given the fact that, like, I mean, it's not the same, obviously. But in, like, a sauna, I can sit for a long time. Anyway.
It's definitely very hot, but that's great. It can help ease my shoulder pain.
She stretches and I heard a cracking sound. Sophie heard it too and she grimaces.
This is the consequence of my bad sitting habits whilst working, alas.
I know that. We wait over along the side of the onsen, finding a spot to sit and lean back. However, even if you have the supposedly proper way of sitting, that's not necessarily true. I found out, sort of, that the best way is to constantly change your positions, basically. So, don't sit in a position that is supposedly like the best, like in front of the PC, right? Because if you constantly sit in this position, it will still be bad for you. It's better to switch positions, basically. Even if it's supposedly not right, it's better to switch them. Anywho, just a little ramble. Now that we're not moving around, my eyes rest on Sophie. Yeah? She's so cute! Her cute shoulders tempt me again. Best not to think too much, we're in public after all. Bong, chaka, bong, bong. Sophie catches my glance and smirks. I look away and hide my blush, but she's already seen through me.
So cute, you.
She flicks some water towards me.
Hey!
I flick some back, but it's more than I expected. We both laugh. Sophie leans back, sighing in satisfaction.
It's nice here. It'd be easy to create heated water with magic, but it just doesn't beat the real thing.
I mean, technically you have like heated water in like shower in a bathtub. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Oh, have you tried it?
Funnily enough, I actually haven't.
Yeah.
I love magic, but some things are just more fun when you have to travel.
Can you create your own hot springs with magic?
It's also the entire ecosystem. It's higher altitude and the air is fresher and colder. The combination is hard to replicate with magic.
Can you create a mountain with magic? And then... Okay, stop. I need to stop.
I'm sure someone is interested in that, but I'm into exploring other topics.
Which is?
Mm-hmm.
I make a sound in agreement. The water is slippery, probably due to the minerals. It feels like a special texture of water.
It's so comfy here. I can't help but think about food. Oh, I'm looking forward to dinner too.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too. They have some multi-course meals that we don't usually get.
I could really love some desserts. Like sweets, ice cream, red bean soup.
That would be yummy. I'm looking forward to the main meal. Soaking makes me crave something heavy and salty for some reason.
We'll have lots of yummy things together.
Definitely.
Definitely. We sit in comfortable silence for a bit, Sophie leaning her head slightly against my shoulder. Suddenly, she jolts. Hey!
Someone's
watching. She stands up. In the shock, and thanks to the mist, I only partially registered that everything is in full view.
What's wrong?
Sophie grimaces her jaw clenched so hard I can see she's doing it.
It's that magic source.
She looks up and all around.
It's the one that took your elemental charms. It's trying to probe my magic.
What?
I blocked it just now, but I think it's gotten something.
Hey?
If it's a ghost, then what would it do that for? Though it seems it's gone now.
Are you going to follow it?
Sophie sits back down.
Nah, maybe later. We are on vacation together after all. That's the most important.
I mean, shouldn't we switch places? Like to a completely different location?
Oh, Sophie.
I click onto her arm.
You've really changed.
Well, when my work is now researching, it feels like sometimes I can take a break from my own curiosity. I think in this case, It is a case of safety, because it could be targeting you and me, now that we've encountered it twice.
Why does it target you for?
But I didn't quite get the sense of that during the brief contact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious too. Let's talk about it some more. Like, not the whole time till dinner, though.
Hmm.
Will do.
So, what did you feel from the magic?
I wasn't really able to fingerprint it, but, if anything, maybe that ghost theory had some merit to it after all.
Hmm.
It reminded me a little bit of traces of spells I've seen Daniela use.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how she's versed in necromancy.
Maybe?
They were covering their origins, though. It reflected my magic when I tried to probe it in reverse.
Okay.
Whoa, they can do that?
Yes, the way it works is like this. Imagine your elemental extracts in powder form are thrown forward.
Okay.
But if there's a barrier as the powder is flying forward, it would hit the barrier and bounce back somewhat, due to physics.
Oh, okay. Physics in magic? Okay.
The way my magic bounced back seemed like that too.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll make a note to tell Apolline about this. It could be something important too.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I didn't really get the sense that it was malicious. Even if normally trying to gain info like this is a form of reconnaissance for malicious intent.
Hmm.
Magic is like that. It requires being in touch with emotions. It's not good to be super rigid, which is why you can sense the intent if you probe deep enough.
Hmm.
I remember learning that.
Indeed. I'll keep vigilant and try to sense it, though. Maybe we can catch a ghost if it tries to approach again. But, yeah. Quality time with you too, my dear one.
You're so kind. It's hot that you're so curious about everything and anything.
Yeah.
It's just how I am, I guess.
Please note that voice acting has not yet been implemented for the remaining scenes. It will be added in the later patch. Thank you for understanding. Oh boy. Alright, time to pick that one up on my own. Be prepared for completely changed voices that don't sound like original at all. After relaxing the hot springs together, we decided it's time to head back and prepare to eat. Even if the evening air is cold, our bodies have warmed up considerably in the hot springs and I don't feel it much as I step out. We rinse ourselves and dry up with big towels, then put our robes back on. Again, those designs of the robes, absolutely stunning.
That was great. For relaxing. My shoulders and back feel better. I'm glad it was so relaxing. I'm so ready for food. Nothing's been disturbed while we were at the hot spring, so that's good. Phew, I hope they're leaving us in peace now.
Next, it's time for dinner. I need to think of dinner for my own as well. The restaurant in the hotel is cozy and casual, with warm lights and wooden interior. The view to one side looks out to nature that the hotel is located in.
A table for two, room 606.
I wonder what was the first room they were in. You think it was 666? That would be funny.
This way, please.
After we seated, I take a look at the menus.
This place only has set course meals, so it's just up to which one to pick. Any suggestions? I looked it up before and I think the one with more seafood could be yummy.
Where are we? What country are we in? I mean, if Japan, then I would be willing to go with it. Overall, I kind of have the tendency to not risk with seafood. Anyway.
Or this one, if we're in a mood for a steak.
Yeah?
We can choose the desserts we want from some options. Oh, cheesecake sounds good.
Funnily enough, I don't know why. Through my entire life, I've never liked cheesecake. Somehow I started to liking it. Like, people change, I guess, and their tastes.
You can decide the set for. I think either of the main courses sound good. Let's see. Let's get the seafood course.
That's not what I would choose. Maybe. Maybe in Japan I would.
It feels like we don't have opportunity to eat seafood as much. Yeah, the academy is really inland, so we don't have it that often. For it's nice that we're working adults now and we can choose to order our own food if we don't like what's in the cafeteria. Yeah, being a working adult is nice.
Is it for? I stretch.
It's so tough for. I just want to lay around in the sun.
Yeah.
I feel you. I wish the research would do itself sometimes. To hear you say that it must be getting tough. Well, you know me, I love what I do, but what I've learned is that I'm overall lazy.
Yeah.
I want to do things for curiosity, and everything else I just want to do efficiently so I can get back to the fun stuff.
That's me. Sort of. Except for the part that I don't do what I like to do. Dude, if I could, I would just record videos all day long. The waitress comes by to take our orders just then. Or maybe stream instead. I ask for wine pairings for seafood and order what the waitress suggests.
Sometime later. It's happening again! My cheesecake!
I try to grab that cheesecake hovering away, but like my elemental charms, it's already out of reach and moving at a fast pace out the window.
Ha! The straw is the last straw! I'm going to find you!
I leap up and dash towards where the cake is floating.
Hey, is the guy if we leave our seats unattended for a bit?
So quickly hails down the waitress and follows me. It doesn't seem that they noticed that food was taken.
It's not about the food, but also it is! This ghost will stop taking things from me!
I know it's a good thing to run, but... Also, that's a nice building. That's the dream, by the way. Like, having a house... I mean, I don't mean big whatever, but in this style. Yes. I mean, from the outside at least, I would love that. But obviously, I would like it to be modern inside, sort of. Maybe not too modern, but you know. After running out in front of the hotel entrance, I look around.
Wait, Alice!
Sophie, a bit out of breath, follows on my heels.
I'm trying to probe where it's coming from, but it's bouncing my magic back again. Whoever they are, they've gotten better at it. It seems that it's been able to bounce my magic specifically this time, like it was able to understand my magic types better. Like it got a reverse fingerprint. Let me try.
I send out a magic probe. I don't have as much control over power as Sophie, of course, but I've needed to sense and analyze magic before in class. Well, Sophie did help me out and taught me more tricks than needed in class. I hope I still remember. It's as if a world is shown in pulsing grayscale, and I scan around with my eyes closed so that I can focus on my magic senses. There's faint glow of light further inside the hotel grounds, and once I move my mind to it, it becomes brighter.
There! Awesome, Alice! I'm going to probe in a bit, hope it doesn't recognize me.
We head towards the area I sense the magic energy from, while I tentatively probe again once we get closer. Sophie nods and I try again.
There!
I whisper and point in the... Sorry.
There!
I whisper and point in the general direction. It's the garden of the hotel, and there were various lined up hedges and well-groomed plants. I crouch down and sneak forward, and Sophie does the same. I hit her knee pop. Oh boy.
A dog?
The dog twists and squirrels, and I have to grip it tighter and wrap my arms around it to further trap it. It thrusts around a bit more, but with Sophie preventing it from any magical retaliation, I'm able to finally hold it still.
Let me go!
Sophie, what did you say? That wasn't me.
I frantically look around, scanning the garden. But there is no one inside, so far as I can tell. Even sending out the magic probe, but nothing.
Who's there?
It's me, you dummy!
What?
I look down where the voice seemed to have come from.
The dog. It's talking.
Yeah, let me go!
I catch Sophie's eye, and her mouth is open, eyes glaring, just as nonplussed as I am.
You?
I look at the dog again, really look at it. It's glaring with me with much more venom than I could imagine something so small could do. I give Sophie another look, my head tilted and my brows scrunched up. She knows, acknowledging what I'm thinking.
Still, you're talking.
Yeah!
Why aren't you barking?
Are you stupid? You can see I'm talking, why do I need to bark? And what about let me go, don't you understand?
Don't talk to her like that. I just don't let it go yet. It might try something magic. Al? I have no damn clue how this dog can use magic, but it's the one that was taking our things. This dog!
The dog speaks in low voice, as if talking to itself.
Is that what they call it here, magic? Very interesting.
Sophie moves close and peers down the dog, making tense eye contact with it.
So, how can the dog talk and even use magic?
The dog glares at her.
Why can't the dog talk? Why can't the dogs talk? And I can use magic, because I can!
Sophie turns, Sophie wraps her chin with her hand, thinking, huh, yeah. Suddenly she leans even closer and points a finger right at the dog's face.
You're not from here, aren't you?
What does it matter to you?
Because that's interesting, that's what.
I can tell she's getting excited, thinking about how she could investigate and research. Now that the dog's calmed down a bit, it's not trying to wiggle and escape, for it's still glaring and looking grumpy. It looks pretty cute for now that things have calmed down. I can't help but want to pet it. I hold tight with one arm in order to free up my right arm.
Oh, cute doggy!
The fur is so soft to the touch. Normally I'm not sure if I'd touch a stray if it smelled weird, but this dog definitely didn't seem dirty or smelly.
It is cute.
Sophie reaches out and pets the dog too. And you lost the battle. I feel that it ends up and it chomps at Sophie's hand. Sophie snatches her hand away just before the dog reaches it, and the dog bites down on thin air, making an audible click.
Bad dog!
Sophie licks close, but I can see she's just putting in her face and that she thinks the dog is cute. She starts moving her hand close again, baiting the dog to bite it. Sophie once again pulls her hand away.
I so know that.
For I only do that to my dog, so just to kind of annoy the dog, right? You know, nothing will happen with the dog, you know. If it was some dog that I wouldn't know, no, I would not do that. The dog struggles, but its range is limited since it's being held by me. Sophie repeats it, her smell growing as the dog falls for it again.
You piece of shit!
So cute! If you promise you won't run away, maybe I'll put you down, doggy!
Don't call me doggy! But sure.
Wait, can we believe that?
I promise you I won't run. Plus you have put a magic ward around this area. Don't think I haven't noticed! There's no point in me trying to escape that for now.
Touché! Okay then!
I slowly place the dog down to the ground. It gains its footing and looks up at us. True to its word, it does make an attempt to run.
So, can you tell me more about this place?
Have some questions. Three aren't from this place, right?
Yeah, I assumed you felt that was obvious, even if I didn't want to say it.
Let's see so we can talk better.
Sophie and I sit down the grass patch, and the dog follows.
So what's your deal, doggo?
She pats it on top of the head. It glares her, but this time it lets her.
I'll tell you if you tell me I answer my questions.
Sure, it's a deal.
You're right. I'm not from here. I used magic to get here.
Before that, what's your name? Oh, my name? Sid. Oh, Sid, what a good name!
I pat it and put an arm around it.
Where did you come from? I came from somewhere called Shiba Inu Island. It's filled with dogs, not these humans. So this is your first time seeing humans? Yeah. Does that mean all the dogs on Shiba Inu Island can talk and stuff like that? Yeah. Yeah. Can they all use magic too? Not this type of magic per se, but we have technology. Most dogs use that to enhance their day-to-day functions. It seems humans have technology here too, but not as much. It makes sense for seeing us. I've seen humans using magic to do similar things, such as communicate with someone further away. Ah, you mean like a hive mind ping or world mind ping? We can communicate with others by connecting with our minds if the other party answers. How do dogs do it then? We have devices that have chips to transmit radio signals. Those signals are relayed via hardware so they can reach across long distances, up to the speed of light.
The dog produces a watch-like device.
I can't charge the battery, so I can't show you how it works, but it would project a hologram, an image of information in the air, so that you can interact with it. Imagine that it writes or draws a picture in the air with information you want, like reading a book. Or like, want to tell the time, and will display the time for you. Very impressive. When you say it's out of battery, do you mean that it holds a change of energy? Yeah, it runs on energy that we call electricity. I wonder if it's similar to the magic charges that Daniela stored in crystal gems. We could try helping you if possible. Oh, we can try and see, sure. So you said that not everyone can use magic where you came from, right? Then how were you doing magic here? And why did you want to steal my stuff? The truth is I'm not really sure either. I think my abilities back home don't pop exactly the way this magic works here, but since this is how that energy works in this world, I could access it. That's why I wanted to steal a magic thingy, since I heard you refer to it having magical properties. I want to see if I could find out how it works. And I stole your food because it smelled good. There is so much food in the kitchen, for didn't you see that? Why did you have to steal from our table? It's because you were near the window. It was harder to stick in the kitchen. I don't even know where it is. So cute.
I ruffled the top of Sid's head again.
Its fur is so soft. But yeah, whatever. Now it's time to answer my questions. Yeah. But actually, maybe we should go back to the restaurant to get things to go. The staff must be confused. Yeah, it's been around 15 minutes. Sid, we'll get some food for you too if you want. Sure. We can go back to our room to chat since it's getting late. Sid, have you been sleeping somewhere? Just outside.
I leaned in to Sophie and whispered to her.
Maybe you can ask if she wants to crash at our place. Poor dog. And she can leave in the morning. Sure, I was thinking that too. For we can be naughty until it leaves. I know!
I turned back to Sid.
You can crash at our place if you want. There's a couch in our room. That'd be nice. Let me think about it.
We head back to the restaurant and I explained the situation. The staff offers to make a fresh meal and send it up to our room and when it's ready. We agree and head to our room first. I laid out a spare blanket on the couch so that it's more soft for Sid.
This is nice.
Sid stretches out. So I arrange cushions on the ground and sit on them around the coffee table. The food arrives shortly after and we lay it out on the coffee table and dig in. As we eat, Sid continues.
So I'm curious about your magic too. From what I observe, you use it for pretty much everything. Are all humans able to use magic? Most can use it to an extent, but much more basic. Alice and I happen to be more advanced magic users and went to the Era Royal Academy, which is the main research institution for magic here. The main difference is that we learn to understand and control magic at its core, so that we can push its boundaries and create innovations as well. The general population can do basic spells like weak telekinesis, weak generation, and so on and so on and so on. They have a much lower range of spells, and the capacity is weaker than those that can go to the academy.
Right. So that's why Alice you sell things like those charms that carry magical powers.
You could say that, yeah. They hold more specific and complex spells that the public can use for charms. But they still have to be magically created by a spellcaster that has the energy to infuse many copies of the spell, but still have more energy to spare. Thankfully, I do have a pretty big magic reservoir compared to the rest of the population once I trained up at the academy. Alice has a remarkably impressive reservoir, especially since she's quite physically fit.
No one asks, but thanks.
Sophie scoffs but blushes while I laugh.
Just kidding. You two are a cute couple.
Oh, thank you, Sid.
Shush, thanks. Sophie looks away, grumbling.
Do you have anyone like that, Sid?
She looks down.
I thought. By the way, thanks for answering the questions.
The way her expression changed, maybe it used to.
Sid changes the topic again.
Actually, I was wondering, could you teach me how to use magic properly? I can use it kind of, but I think I'm held back by the way things work in the world I came from.
Sure, but it might depend on how you're using it now. Can you show us how you're using that levitation magic?
Sure.
She closes her eyes and focuses. With a bit of a wobble, the cutlery from our meal raises up. It becomes more steady, and I can see that Sid has a pretty good level of control. That's why she was able to whisk the items away before me or Sophie could grab them.
I see. You're channeling through that feather object.
Sid's eyes grew wide. If she were human, her face would have gotten pale.
You can see that, huh?
I can't see, but I can sense it, now that we're in close proximity. Whatever you have, it's powerful. But your issue is that you can't really cast as much because you're relying on channeling the magic through it only. Magic is all around, and your whole body and mind can be a conduit. Limiting it through that feather, it's like if you created a bottleneck.
Sophie lets out a spark from her finger.
Of course, you can channel it specifically through places if needed. For example, if I wanted to shoot a magic beam with precision from my fingertip only. But first, you must master and channel through as broad a space as possible before bottlenecking. Not starting with the bottleneck.
Right. I think I can get it.
She plays around with magic levitation, moving the spoon slowly up and down.
Yeah. Even if you're doing the same thing, it feels like the current is stronger like that. Yeah, I can sense it too. Seems like you didn't have too much to correct. You're a smart doggo. You just have to practice more. It builds like a muscle.
I see. Thank you.
She wags her tail.
This doctor is so cute!
Sometime later.
It's getting late, so we tidy up. Sophie and I change you to I know, maybe in their world those are pajamas. And brush our teeth. Sid stretches out on the couch and is curled up.
Sid looks comfortable. Yeah, she looks asleep. That was fun. I'm glad we took her in. I'm glad to meet her, a talking dog. I'm curious to ask her more about her world tomorrow. But now let's cuddle. Yeah!
We get into bed and snuggle under the covers. With a click, the light is turned off.
Hello, little spoon.
Okay.
I wrap my arms around Sophie, resting my face on the back of her neck and shoulders. Sophie grabs my arm and wraps it tighter around her.
So comfy!
We end up cuddling a bit more, but eventually switch to me just resting an arm over her lightly. Slowly, we drift off to sleep.
The next morning.
What's gonna happen the next morning? I wonder.
Hey, good morning! Morning, Bunny.
I grudgingly stretch and yawn.
So comfy, wanna cuddle some more? Yeah. Gonna get some water real quick for...
The blankets rustles as Sophie slips out of bed.
Oh, wait. Alice? Sid's not here, Oh!
I stop and scan the room. Sophie's walking around, peering into the washroom. I feel her sending out some magic probes too.
Hey, I don't see her. I don't see her.
I sent out magic probe too, remembering how Sid was blocking Sophie's magic yesterday.
That could be reason
Sophie doesn't sense Sid. Would Sid have a reason to do that today for? After some more researching, it's clear that Sid's not in our room.
Hey, maybe she had something she had to do. Maybe. Let's just continue cuddling for now.
Sometime later. Or sometime later. We're back in the hot springs. A different one that the hotel has to offer. Yeah.
In the end, we couldn't find her after all. Maybe she's gone back to her own world. Maybe. I was really curious about that feather she was channeling the magic for. True. It got a little tense when you mentioned it. You noticed too, huh? It's really incredibly powerful. It's more of anything I've ever seen. I'm sure that's how she was able to come from another world to ours. I'm kind of mad that I didn't try to respect it more. Well, don't tell me. I stored a good amount of magic signature she had. Since when we were chasing her, she didn't block me, so I had unlimited access to it. Normally we didn't have stored it somewhere, but I was kind of curious about it too, since she stole my stuff and all. I couldn't bring it up yesterday because she was there. It might have been kind of creepy to her.
I grabbed a flower that I had in my hair.
Here! Wow! Cup it for yourself and do whatever. I'm sure you wanted to look at it with the lap at the academy. Hey, you know me.
She grabs a rock that's sitting nearby. She touches the flower and I can see some energy being siphoned from it as she copies it into the rock.
That'll be interesting. Maybe Daniela or Apolline would be interested too. True. I'd love to chat with them about it. You should come along too. I'll come for a visit, sure. It's a good excuse. But maybe they can come outside the academy. Haha, don't really want to go back, eh? I just think there's nothing else to do there, so it's not really fun now that I'm not a student. True. Let's get them to meet us outside then. I wonder how long it's been since Apolline's been beyond the wall. I feel she's been cooped up in the academy for too long. Should come out. I tried to convince them. Even though we met someone from another world, and that we have a clue to opening up an entrance to it, they'll have to come outside the academy for that info. Oh, okay, let me know. And maybe it's good that Sid's gone. Maybe we can... Yeah? Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
Sometime later.
And by the way, boom, chicka, boom, boom. While they are in the onsen, yeah. We're getting ready to check out of the hotel.
That was such a fun vacation. Yeah, let's do it again sometime. When you have vacation. Yeah, gotta plan out the vacation days. I'm a researcher. I have no idea why. We can just leave the academy for as many days as we want and whenever we want. Actually, now that I said it out loud, maybe that's too much freedom. We do need to be around the academy to work with the other researchers too and have access to equipment there. Huh. Ah well. Let's definitely do it again. Maybe we'll solve another mystery of spooky ghosts. Yep, and maybe I will come visit you sometime. When I'm ready. After we meet up with Apolline, Danny, and Cindy outside for... Yep, we'll meet next week at the tapestry bar. I have the Sid signature with me too. I'm excited to see what they have to say about it. But promise me, you'll only bring it up after we finish grilling them about how things are. It's been too long, so I want to catch up properly. I'm looking forward to teasing them about the relationship too. Wow, time flies. We've known each other for so long, eh? Of course, you and I have known each other for the longest. But I didn't know we'd all get along with those three so much.
Oh, so one of them is a fifth wheel? Sorry, I had to.
I'm glad we met such a good friends in the academy. And working through everything together. I'm truly lucky.
I pull her close with my arms.
Oh, hey, I'm lucky too.
I kiss her on the hair, soft lips.
I love you. Hey, I love you too.
And that was the incident of the ghost at the hot springs.
The end! Dave becomes you, a Yuri Onsen Vacation. Alright. You know what? That was fun. CG sprite. CG. Fun in life, I think I like the sprites more. That's right. Wait, what? Huh? What do you mean locked? Wait, what? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? Why? Hello? What's up with that? Why is one sprite locked? I wonder why that sprite was locked. What the heck? That's so weird. Oh boy. Alright, I had a lot of fun with this game. Definitely. Two absolutely adorable women in a relationship together. Super happy for them being happy together and so on. I hope it can continue for them. I wonder if this game has the connection. Has the connection to the game that I mentioned somewhere in the meantime, called A Summer with the Shiba Inu, which by the way is on itch.io as well. I think it's also on Steam. I do believe I've seen this while I was browsing Steam in the past. Yep, that was correct. I've seen it. It is from 2019, so yeah, I definitely have seen that. Maybe there is a connection, who knows? Listen, if you guys and not guys are interested, go... Oh, there is another game in the works as well. Autumn with the Shiba Inu. Anyway, well, you know the titles. You can find those games on Steam yourselves as well. And that dev becomes you a Yuri Onsen Vacation. I linked in the description as per usual. When it comes to games, I always link them, as you know. Definitely interesting thing. I know. I mean, with the title, I kind of expected something totally drastic happen. I'm sort of glad that it was just, you know, Doggo from another world doing some spooks that were not dangerous for the girls. That's good. We played a few games which were ending up not necessarily in a nice way, so it's a nice change of pace here. That, you know, it was just some spooks. Little spooks and not anything drastic from the girls. Definitely much appreciated. Partial voice acting, well, I guess, I mean, it was said that it will be implemented in some update. And besides, this game has been released 4 days ago on... I say 4 days ago. It's 5th of October when I'm recording this, and it was released September 30. So, not that long ago. It was a nice game. I enjoyed it. It made you want to go to the hot springs again. I wish we had hot springs here. I wish we had hot springs here. I mean, all I could do is go to a sauna, to be honest, in my area, yeah, if anything. I guess that's the closest I can get to a hot spring. Anywho, cute girls, cute couple. Let's wish the both of them all the best. Let's wish them getting the rest of the voiceovers. And who knows, maybe also returning in the future with more games. Who knows? You never know. I mean, I guess there is potential for that, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I wanted... is there credits here? Yeah. Oh yeah, that explains it. I was correct. Like, Sprite and CG is 2 different people. Dog silhouette. Alright. I mean, to be fair, that's all. That's all I wanted to say right now, at least. We are ending it for today. I think, did I say it? Whatever. No, I didn't say anything like that. If you enjoyed, consider liking, subscribe if you're new around. That's always appreciated, of course. We are playing games, more games, and even more games. We play a ton of games, basically. For lately, I feel like I dived pretty much mostly onto itch.io. We are probably sitting on that for a moment. Eventually we'll go to Steam as well. And other platforms. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? The itch.io maybe never will end. Game link in the description. Already said that, of course. Yeah, let's end it. Tomorrow, new game. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.